Welcome everybody to the Sarpy County Board of Equalization meeting. Today is November 22nd, 2022. It's 3 o'clock. Copy of the Nebraska Open Meeting Rules are on the north wall of the boardroom. In attendance, we have 4 commissioners present currently. Commissioner Klug, Warren, Mixon, and Kelly. We have our County Administrator, Dan Hoynes, our Deputy County Clerk and Register of Deeds, Renee Landsman, our County Assessor, Dan Pittman, and our County Treasurer, Trace Jones. If you would, silence your cell phones and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. One item on the consent.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Warren, second by Commissioner Klug. Discussion? Please vote.
Ayes 4, absent Angie, but there she is.
Okay, on the regular agenda, we have just one item today, tax corrections, 17068 through 17072. Any questions for our county assessor?
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Klug, a second by Commissioner Mixon. Any further comments? Please vote.
Ayes 5, nays none.
Okay, all agenda items having been addressed as published, the Board of Equalization is adjourned. And we'll roll right into our county board meeting. Okay, welcome everybody to the Sarpy County Board of Commissioners meeting, November 22nd, 3:03 p.m. We have all 5 commissioners present. We have our Nebraska Open Meeting Rules on the north wall of the boardroom, our county administrator's in his seat, and our deputy county clerk and Register of Deeds. Commissioners' comments. Commissioner Mixon.
I just wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving and enjoy that. And we do need a win over Iowa. So
Yeah.
I said we do need one.
Yeah, we do.
No comment.
No comment, huh?
Would mirror Commissioner Mixon's comments. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ditto.
Okay. Dan?
Nothing, sir.
Okay. Well,
Oh, wait. Sorry.
okay.
Go Cougars tonight.
Okay. That would be a reference to,
The Gross High
Gross High.
Cougars are
Okay.
playing the Bennington, I think they're Badgers.
Badgers.
Yeah.
okay, I just want to make sure that was on the record, Commissioner Mixon, so.
Number 1 and number 2 playing. Both undefeated. Okay.
Well, good luck
Thank
to
you.
both teams, actually. Consent agenda, 7 items. Anything any of the commissioners want to see moved, we can make a motion for that or approve as published.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Klug, second by Warren. Discussion? Please vote.
Ayes 5, nays none. Motion carried.
Okay, on the regular agenda today, the first item is 5.1. It's Resolution 313. It's vacation of 6,764 square feet south of Harrison Street and west of 144th. The applicant for this is Langlaw LLC. On behalf of Krishna LLC, Andrea Gosnold Parker, our Deputy County Attorney.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. We have followed all of the statutory processes outlined for the vacation in this instance. The application was filed, the electors were verified, county engineer provided their study and recommendation. Additionally, the administration has provided their recommendation. Notice of a public hearing was published for 3 weeks prior to the public hearing, which was held last week. And today, this is the final step for the board in that this comes before you for a vote.
Okay, any questions or comments? Motion, please.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Warren, second by Klug. Any further discussion on this item? Please vote.
Ayes 5, nays none, motion carried.
Okay. Item 5.2 is Resolution 300, Work Order Number 16 to the Master Agreement for Professional Services with Olson. It was previously approved in 2015 under Resolution 284. It's for the design and right-of-way acquisition and construction services of the South Papillion Creek Parallel Sewer in the amount of $366,000. Scott Bovick.
Thank you, Commissioners. Up on the screen, you can see a map that shows the Sarpy County-owned sanitary sewer system. This is a project to add a parallel line up here at the location where our sanitary sewer system connects into Omaha's trunk line that then feeds the sanitary sewer treatment plant down in Bellevue. This agreement with Olson is for them to conduct the design and construction administration of this parallel line. We currently have a 42-inch line there. This will add a 30-inch parallel line to it to handle the increasing growth and capacity of the area downstream of the sanitary sewer system. This is a project that's going to be 100% funded through the American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA funded project. And if you remember, ARPA funds, one of the main priorities was to address and upgrade water and sewer systems. And so this fits right in with the ARPA project. And that was a recommendation that came from the ARPA committee to the full board to authorize this expenditure. The construction cost for this project is estimated to be about $2.5 million. Design should be completed probably middle of next year, start on construction late 2023 and finish up in 2024, which is within the funding and timeline boundaries of the ARPA legislation. With that, I'm happy to answer any questions about this agreement.
Questions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Klug, second by Commissioner Burmeister. Any further comments? Please vote.
Ayes 5, nays none, motion carried.
Item 5.3 is Resolution 301. It's Work Order Number 17 for the Master Agreement for Professional Services with Olson. This one was approved in 2015 under 284 as well. And it's for the project management, traffic analysis, and conceptual design services for the 156th Street sub-area in the amount of $186,000. Scott Bovick, Deputy County Administrator.
Thank you. As you know, the Highway 50 corridor south of Highway 370 has been a high-growth corridor for the county with the data centers that have built their warehouses, other industrial space, and will continue to grow once the sewer agency installs their system and is able to open up more ground in this area. What we're looking at here is engaging Olson to have them study what is essentially a 6 square mile area between Highway 50 on the east, 168th Street on the west, Schramm Road on the north, and Platteview Road on the south, because there's either gravel roads or maybe no roads in this area, and we need to have a plan as we continue to experience more growth out there. Also, the fee for this project to come up with alignment, profile, conceptual design. Also, we're expecting them to be able to document to us all the partners that are committed to contributing funds towards this project. If you remember, we have an interlocal agreement with the City of Springfield for them to contribute ASIP funds for portions of this road. City Papillion has some of this road network that's in their city limits that they'll be responsible for building. OPPD, Meta, other developments in the area that are committed to being contributors to the road. Again, 6 square miles, $186,000 to have Olson look at this. We did put $250,000 in our 1 and 6 year road program this year to fund this effort. I've communicated with the City of Papillion and City of Springfield. They'll need to be active participants in this project with us to help us make good decisions about how much infrastructure we need and where. And I think that we should be able to have a conceptual plan and a report back from Olson in spring of next year to start laying the groundwork for the plan to get the road infrastructure into this area. With that, I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
Questions for Scott?
Yeah, Scott, how much does it entail beyond just 156? Is it going to go east, west? Well, I'd have to go west, I guess. Is the only-
Highway 50 is kind of the eastern boundary, and then the western boundary is 168th Street. Looking at an ultimate plan for 168th Street, but obviously that means there's probably spillover to the west of that needs to be considered. But we all have the framework. You can kind of see the ridge line in this map. So those are kind of the boundaries, the 6 square miles. But we'll need to look at implications and development in those other areas. Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Warren and a second by Klug. Please vote.
Ayes 5, nays none, motion carried.
Okay, item 5.4 is Resolution 311. It's employment contract for Scott Buchholz. I hope I pronounced that right. Did I?
Buckholz.
Buck? Like,
Buckholz.
say that again.
Buckholz.
Like a K, but it's an H.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you. Scott Buchholz, sorry, Scott, for the intern chief information officer, CIO for Sarpy County Information Services Department, beginning next week on Monday, the 28th of November, and terminating on May 19th, 2023. Scott Bovick.
Thank you, Commissioner. So with the recent retirement of Mark Walters, who was our CIO leader for close to 40 years, during this time of transition, we thought that it would be best if we went ahead and named an interim CIO to help provide stability and support to the department. IS has lots of work facing them, and bringing Scott in an interim role that allows us to start a full, thorough process on the selection of the next CIO. We felt that was important to do. Scott, a little bit of background on Scott. He retired from Black Hills Energy as their CIO about 2 years ago, and has been mostly doing community service for the last couple of years. He serves on the Sarpy County Chamber Board. He serves on the board of the Sarpy County YMCA, and is involved in school districts as well. And just a chance to bring someone who's had a lot of experience and provide some immediate support, like we said, and also give us a chance to catch our breath as we take our time to fill this important role. We do expect Scott to take the time to meet individually with each of our elected officials, department heads, be having some one-on-one meetings with the commissioners too, just to kind of understand the information systems department, the challenges they face, the opportunities they have in our kind of technology portfolio as a whole. So we're excited to bring them on board. The terms of the agreement is, there's a 6-month timeframe on that. Either party can terminate at any time, so it's really a kind of easy in, easy out role, if that needs to be the case. And, again, we're excited about it. I think our IS division managers are here as well, and they've had a chance to meet with Scott, and I think we're all excited to bring him on board and have him help us for the next few months. With that, I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Questions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Klug, second by Commissioner Burmeister. Just a comment for me, if you don't mind. When it comes time to hire a permanent CIO, I'd always like Mr. Buckholz involved in that process, and I'd also like to have at least one county board member on the selection committee for the next hire for the full-time CIO, if that's okay.
I think that's important, and I think we want to have a pretty well-defined process and take our time on that. And so what I'll be doing here in the next month is working with Mary Davis to kind of give the board a schedule on how we would proceed with that.
Okay,
Process.
sounds good. Thank you. Okay, please vote.
Ayes 5, nays none, motion carried.
Okay, our last item for the day is Resolution 309. It's a guaranteed maximum price amendment for Warner Park minor league baseball renovations capital improvement projects to the White's Company, setting the GMP at $758,664. Dan Hoynes, County Administrator.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board. Excuse me. I think we're all painfully aware that a couple of years ago, Major League Baseball imposed certain requirements on minor league baseball stadiums, whom we happen to own one, for certain improvements under the threat of pulling the franchise and the team. And so we've huddled for the last couple of years, more intensely about the last 8 months, working with the Storm Chasers, DLR in particular, to identify what needs to be done and when it needs to be done. It's a process that gives you 5 years to get it done, but certain things have to be done in the first 2 years. So we collectively worked and identified about half of the improvements this year, and then there'll be one additional fiscal year of those modifications. There's 7 improvements from female staff to batting cages to batter's eye in your report. We can discuss them individually if you choose, but the short version is this is about 1/2 of the mandated MLB requirements on minor league baseball stadium owners in order to maintain the franchise. So I'm happy to answer any questions if you have them.
Questions?
These are strictly the requirements for Major League Baseball, correct, Dan?
I think we added a carpet replacement in there just because it was consistent, Gary. That's part of the capital improvement, but other than that, the substance is certainly the mandated requirements.
Yeah, I sat in on the selection of the construction manager risk process. I believe we had 4 firms competing for the work, and White's has had a really great proposal, and they've done some work out there already, so they're sort of familiar with it. And the thing that's really key about this is trying to sandwich all this work in between 2 major professional sports franchises seasons. So as soon as we approve this, I think they've got the trucks waiting.
Yeah, the staff report does say they will start on November 22nd, 2022, and today's date is?
Yeah, 20 seconds. So, anyways, I hope it goes well. I hope the weather cooperates. And I'm sure when they're done, we'll have an even nicer stadium than we do today. So,
And I know the answer to this, but just for public, we have assurance that no tax dollars are being involved in this?
That is correct.
okay. Did I give a motion already?
Not yet.
Okay, can I get a motion? I'll make the motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Kelly, second by Commissioner Mixon. Any further discussion? Please vote.
Ayes 4, nays Warren, motion carried.
Okay, all the agenda items haven't been addressed as published. The Board of Commissioners is adjourned. Thank you for coming.